Yo, gentle gamers, today we're doing something most people skip. A full breakdown of manager mode in FC Mobile 26. Look, let's be honest. When it comes to manager mode, most people do one thing. They jump on YouTube, search for the best tactics, screenshot someone else's settings, paste it into their game, and hope for the best. You might win a few matches. You're not managing your team. You're renting someone else's strategy. Today we change that. I'm not here to hand you my winning tactic. I'm doing something far more valuable. I'm turning you into the coach. We're going deep into every switch, from build-up speed to defensive aggression. And everything in between, you'll learn what each setting really changes on the pitch, when to use it, and which combos suit different playstyles. Possession, counter, high press, tiki-taka, you name it. By the end of this video, you won't need to copy anyone. You'll understand the mechanics so well that you can set up your players exactly how you want them to play. If you're tired of guessing and ready to actually manage your team, smash that like button and let's jump into manager mode. Now before we dive into all the tactics and settings, let's be honest for a minute. Bro, this manager mode is the most scripted thing in the entire game. No joke. You can change tactics, switch players mid-match. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it just feels like EA has already decided the result before kickoff. Honestly, I hardly play manager mode unless it's for the rewards. Because let's face it, there's not much fun in watching your team ignore your tactics and move like confused robots. The AI decision-making? Horrible. That's the fact. And don't even get me started on the scripting. You can be leading 1-0, controlling the whole game, and boom. Last-minute equalizer. It's like a built-in heartbreak system, bro. Now quickly take a look at this match. I was leading for 2 in the 75th minute. And guess what happened? My goalkeeper, from the kickoff, literally passed the ball straight to my opponent. Like, imagine the kind of mistake the AI is making. Of course he scored. And trust me, at that point, I already knew how it was going to end. I've seen it too many times before. Once that happens, you can almost predict it's going to end in a draw. The script just takes over. So yeah, while manager mode has potential, the scripting and AI decisions just make it so frustrating at times. But listen, even though it's scripted, understanding the tactics still matters. Because while you can't control the script, you can increase your odds. So that's what I'll show you next. How to use each tactical setting to give your team the best possible edge, even in this wild, unpredictable mode. Alright, let's start where every great move begins, the build-up. This section controls how we move the ball from our defenders to our attackers. Get this right, and you control the pace of the game. First up is speed. This is simple but crucial, low speed. This means a slow, patient build-up. Your players will hold the ball, make safe, short passes, and wait for the perfect opening. Use this if your team is technical and you want to dominate possession. And medium speed. This gives you a balanced approach. Your team mixes patient play with occasional forward bursts. It's safe, flexible, and works well for most formations. High speed. This means a fast, direct build-up. Players will immediately look to pass forward and make aggressive runs, trying to hit the opponent on the counter or before they can set their defense. Use this if your team is fast and you love quick attacks. Next is passing distance, low distance. Your team will prioritize short passes. Players stay close together, offering safe passing options. It's the core of tiki-taka play style. For balanced, you get a mix of short and long passes. You'll see both quick 1-2s and smart switches when the opportunity comes. High distance, your players spread out more, encouraging longer, riskier passes upfield, like through balls or long switches of play. Then we have mentality. When defensive, your team is cautious. They prioritize falling back to defend, and only a few players commit to the attack. When set to balanced, the standard approach, players move forward when there's space but still track back properly. When set to attacking, your team is aggressive. They commit more players forward on attacks, and will press higher up the pitch when they lose the ball. This is a higher risk, higher reward setting. Finally, positioning. Organized, players stick strictly to their formation. Your left back stays left back, your winger stays winger. This maintains a clear structure. Free form, players are allowed to swap positions to find space and create confusion for the defense. Your central midfielder might drift wide. Your striker might drop deep. This is great if you have very versatile, creative players. Once we've built up, we have to finish. The next is offense. Let's look at the three main tendencies that define our attack. Passing tendency controls the risk of passes around the opponent's box. Low tendency, your players prioritize safe passes. They'll cycle the ball around the box, waiting for a clear-cut chance. They'd rather keep possession than lose it. The middle is a balanced mix of patience and risk. Your team will occasionally attempt through balls or creative passes when the opportunity looks good, but won't force it every time. High value, this means your players go for high-risk, high-reward passes, more through balls, tighter gaps, and risky final balls to try and break the defense. It's perfect if you have quick strikers or creative playmakers who can exploit tight spaces. Cross tendency dictates how much we utilize the wings. Low tendency, your team avoids crossing. They focus on ground attacks. But to be honest, they still attempt a lot of crosses. Even though you set it to the lowest, I just don't know why. Just know that the higher the tendency, your team actively looks to cross the ball into the box. Use this if you have tall, powerful strikers who are good in the air. Shooting tendency is about when your players pull the trigger. Low tendency, players are instructed to only shoot from very good positions, usually inside or near the penalty spot. They prioritize getting closer to the goal. That doesn't mean they don't shoot outside the box. They do. But your attackers will be more conservative, only shooting from clear or ideal positions. Medium tendency, they'll take balanced decisions, shooting from good spots when possible, but still prioritizing better chances. With high tendency, your players become very aggressive, shooting more often, even from long range or tight angles. This is useful when you have players with great finishing or long shot abilities. You'll see more shots, but lower shot accuracy overall. Finally, we have positioning, and this one really changes your attacking shape. When organized, everyone sticks to their role. Wingers stay wide, strikers stay high, midfielders stay in position. It keeps your shape clean and structured. When set to free form, players are free to move anywhere, switching wings, dropping deep, or running behind defenders to confuse the opponent's defense. It's risky, but deadly if your team chemistry is strong. Finally, we move to defense. This defines our mindset when we don't have the ball. The key here is balancing effort with vulnerability. First up is pressure. This controls how high and tight we try to win the ball back. Low pressure, your team will sit back in a deep, compact shape. You invite the opponent forward, but you are hard to break down. This is the foundation of counterattacking tactics. If you set it high, your players push up aggressively to win possession near midfield or higher. It's risky and drains stamina, but if it works, you can win the ball in dangerous areas and score quickly. Next is width. When set to narrow width, your defense stays compact and protects the middle of the pitch. Great against teams that attack through the center, but it leaves space on the wings. Medium width keeps things balanced, not too narrow, not too wide. For wide width, your defense spreads out to cover the flanks, which helps against teams with strong wingers, but it does open up the central area. Now aggression controls the nature of the tackles. With low aggression, defenders hold their ground, relying on interceptions and positioning rather than diving into tackles, less risk of fouls. Medium aggression gives balanced approach between patience and pressure. In high aggression, defenders are instructed to close down quickly and attempt more tackles. This is risky. It can lead to fouls, yellow cards, or leaving your defensive line exposed if the tackle is missed. Finally, the back line, when set to cover. Defenders drop back together and track runs to stop through balls. It's the safer, more cautious option. Now for offside trap. Defenders push up as a line to catch attackers offside. It's high risk, high reward. If it fails, your opponent gets a free run on goal. So there you have it. Every single setting fully explained. Now when you look at that custom tactics screen, you're not just dragging a random slider. You're making tactical decisions. You're thinking, do I want my fast strikers to make those forward runs? Then I need high speed and high passing tendency. Or maybe, do I want to conserve stamina and stay compact? Then I need low pressure and low aggression. This knowledge puts you in control. You're not just playing, you're coaching your own team. Experiment with these settings based on the players you have and the opponents you face. And who knows, in a future video, I might explain the exact custom tactic I'm currently using and why it works so well with my squad. But for now, get out there, test these mechanics, and build a tactic that's 100% yours. If this video helped you understand the game better, smash that like button. Subscribe for more in-depth FC Mobile content. And tell me in the comments what you think about this video. It's your boy, Gentle Joe. Peace.